have a bad take dilemma for you guys today for my bad take of the week. Is the bride the bad take or is the groom the bad take? We will decide as a group together, okay? So I follow Dustin Pointer on Instagram. He is the red flag, green flag guy on TikTok and Instagram. If you don't follow him, you are missing out. Okay. He is amazing. So he takes videos of controversial. It's not even a controversial take. There are some times when women react a certain way, that is a red flag. There are some times when men react a certain way, and that is a red flag. And he calls them out for their red flag behaviors. And that's all he ever did. He runs through with a giant red flag and he just breaks down what's irking him about this person's behavior, trying to make everybody be a better partner, right? Well, he's also now recently started doing green flags, which is really sweet. So, so those are the people that are just like, you get it. You know how to be in a healthy relationship. We love you for it. Here's your green flag. But this is a red flag situation, all right? And he gets tags in these videos and he breaks it down. So the voice you hear, the male voice you hear is going to be him breaking down this video. Now we're going to hear from a bride. I believe she's from the UK. She has a British accent. And she is upset because the groom's best friend, who is female, was caught talking crap about her. And she's no longer comfortable having her not only come to the wedding, but be in the wedding. She's supposed to be one of her bridesmaids because this is the groom's best friend. He wants her not only at the wedding, he wants her in the wedding. And she's like, no, I can't have this woman there. And he is adamant that he wants her there. So I'm going to let her break it down, let Dustin throw in his quips, and then we will decide who's the bad take.
My fiance has got a best friend who's a girl. She's called Ellie. She's actually going to be a bridesmaid at our wedding. I've had a recording sent to me from another friend. She says in this recording, her and my fiance George are soulmates. Saying that and me and George aren't compatible, that we shouldn't be getting married.
Calling her a homewrecker feels inadequate since she's a bridesmaid. I almost feel like we need like a more extreme word. She's a chateau smasher!
I've been sent this recording. It's basically her slagging me off, saying that me and you shouldn't be together, that we're not a great match, that we don't enjoy...
She don't mean that. She don't mean that.
Adultery heel click!
She can be a bit odd with that kind of stuff. We haven't known each other for so long, you know.
Well, you're just making excuses for her.
I'm in the middle here.
Quit being a fence rider and pick the woman you built a fence with!
I'm in love with her, but she is very, very important to me. You have to understand that.
I understand nothing.
Important to my whole family. We've known each other for so long, and you're just not seeing things from my point of view, are you?
No one can see your point of view. It's too full of
You don't want her at the wedding?
No, I don't want her at the wedding. It's going to ruin the date.
If she doesn't come, then there is no wedding. You got to understand.
What?
Yeah, I choose the bear too. I'll choose the basilisk from Harry Potter. I'll choose just anything with fangs and ill intent.
All right, so who's the bad take? Her for requesting his best friend not come to the wedding, not be in the wedding, or him for not honoring her wishes?
For me, I think he's such a red flag. And it's because if you're going to cancel our wedding because of one person that I'm asking you to uninvite, which I don't really think that's a whole other thing. I don't really feel like she should be uninvited. But if it's so important that she comes to the wedding, then why don't you marry her? Like if the one person you should care about being at your wedding is the person that you're getting married to. So it really sounds like maybe he's been stifling these feelings for forever, and they're starting to come to the surface. This is very rom-com.
Let's go down the road you didn't want to go down for a second.
Okay.
Because I would uninvite her. I mean,
really?
This is the way you're starting your life together. There shouldn't be anybody, ideally, at that wedding that you sort of have your head on a swivel. This is your day. It's your special day. So if she is creating this kind of controversy and the bride already knows about it, she shouldn't be at the wedding.
Well, getting rid of her from the wedding doesn't get rid of her from the rest of your life. So it's kind of like, what's really the point? Like if you have such a problem with her in your life and at your wedding, to me, that just needs to be handled from an interpersonal level. Like, you've got to squash the beef. You've got to have an adult conversation about what's going on because, okay, so she doesn't come to the wedding. She's still going to be around in his life. It doesn't get rid of her permanently. So I'm kind of like, if this beef is so toxic, then it needs to be handled before the wedding.
I did that. There was a person that I didn't want at our wedding because I thought she had like nefarious.
It's a bad mojo.
Very bad mojo. She was much younger. Bart felt like she looked up to him like a brother, and I was like, because they lived together for a while. It was a unique relationship, to say the least, and he felt very like older brother, want to take care of her, and I felt like she looked at him in a different light. And I put my foot down, and I was like, I don't want her at the wedding, and she didn't get invited to the wedding.
Ooh.
So I was having trouble following it, but I think to my understanding of it, I would say that the bad take is from the person that is requesting that the other person not be able to go. Because if I were in those shoes, I don't think I would ask for someone to not be invited to the wedding unless they did something to me personally that I can actually put my finger on.
And she did. She has the recording. She has a recording of the best friend talking crap about her and saying,
now I understand.
Saying
that's the part I missed.
The recording she has from another friend, this best friend is saying that, talking crap about her, and then also saying he and I are soulmates. Those two are not soulmates.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't come to the wedding.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's endgame. Yeah, that's endgame.
Yeah, you don't get to be in my wedding if you're standing up there thinking that you should be marrying my husband. And honestly, huge red flag for the dude. He's saying you're not hearing it from my perspective. But somebody talked crap about your future wife and then said, I should be marrying you instead. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, this is a choice. And if I were her, and I'm not saying this lightly, we would have to sit down and have a real chat about why this is a problem. And then if we can't see eye to eye and he keeps defending the best friend, to me, that says there's something more there. And I'm going to have to nicely walk away.
So I'm not a fan of confrontation. I never have been. I try to steer clear of it. I've gotten a little bit better as I've gotten older, but like hypothetical me, like in my head, if I could be the person that I want to be, I wouldn't even have gone to him. I would have had all of us sit down like we're going to talk about the wedding, which we are. And in front of her and in front of him, I would have played that audio and I would have put her on the spot to be like, I need you to explain yourself before I have you stand up by my side on my wedding day. I need to know, do you really believe those things about me? And do you really think you're his soulmate and I'm not?
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, when you go into, I want to believe when you're in a relationship, I realize this now, that your person is top priority. That is your ride or die. You are going to be married to this person for the rest of your life. So if somebody comes along and your ride or die has a legitimate problem with them, that's it, man. They are out of your life.
Now having Abby's back here, there's a slippery slope because there is a line that can cross where the person is trying to isolate you from all your friends and family because they're manipulative. So you have to make sure you know which one is authentic and which one is manipulation.
That's a good point.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, if you're my partner, your beefs are my beefs.
Yeah, there you go.
We in this together.
Save that. Those are bars.
The Bert Show.